Welcome to episode 38 of In the Lab. Today, we, Eddie, Alvaro, and myself, are going to be talking about perspective. What is perspective and why do designers have it? How you doing, Eddie?
Good, how are you, Jeff?
I am awesome.
Good.
He made our posters. Here's one of them. Aren't they brilliant? He'll put a couple up here and here. You can see how they're consistent. And then we got talking today about perspective, Eddie.
Perspective, yeah. One of my earliest examples.
Speak up into the microphone, Eddie.
One of my earliest perspectives.
Give them better perspective.
One of my earliest memories of perspective was The Little Mermaid. It was how Ariel found a fork, and we see that as an eating utensil, but she saw that as, you know, a comb, and started combing her hair with it. So just that simple thing that got me thinking differently. We can look at anything else, and how I see it may be different from how someone else sees it. And this kind of inspired me a lot too in my design and in life as well. So yeah,
It's looking at something through a different lens almost.
Exactly, yeah.
And that's really, to me, a designer. We're just talking briefly. When Eddie sees something, it's either you need to change the filter on Instagram or keep it the same and you can post as is. But there's this unforeseen taste a designer has, though. But when you look at things, when you're designing posts, when you're designing a logo, what's going through your head? What's your goal?
There are a lot of different factors. Honestly, the real thing is if it looks good. If there's something that speaks out in a bad way, then you got to change it. You got to keep going, keep playing. That's why I really stress, from concept, you got to start sketching and then actually start cleaning it up and then digitize it if you need to. But with sketching is how you can see it all laid out.
Like come up with just an idea, then go to your designer and say, this is what I'm looking for.
Exactly, yeah.
And then let them have some free reign.
Yeah. If you give me the ingredients, then I can try to cook something up. I don't like...
I'm getting hungry.
I don't like when people say you have free reign, because my reign honestly goes everywhere. I can go, to space or into the water. And
any creative doesn't just create. It's in a box of some sort. So you have to create some sort of a limitation on what you're going to create.
So with the direction provided, it's good to have that kind of thing. And then I play ping pong with the clients and see what works and what doesn't.
Literally, they're playing ping pong while deciding what the logo should be. The other thing I wanted to say is sometimes it's hard if you're in it. I always say, I'm on the Regina Volleyball Club board. I'm the worst marketer for the Regina Volleyball Club because I'm in it. I don't see it from the outsider's perspective or from a parent or an athlete. I'm in it. So I always say a lot of what I do now, and a lot of even the creative stuff we do now, I'm not coming up with it. I'm asking someone else or letting somebody else do it. And it's easier that way because there's not a lot what you can control, and you don't really see your own organization the way someone else sees. And the posters, the recent t-shirts, everything we're doing now is almost like, hey, Eddie, and it's ping pong. It's, I like this. And then he sends back something freaking amazing. So I still don't know how it works. I just think you have taste.
To be honest, I don't know how it works either. There's just gears in my head that go around, and
you want to create something that just looks appealing.
Yeah.
And Daniel Kahneman's Thinking Fast, Thinking Slow, he talks about a really nice logo or a really nice brand creates cognitive ease, which means it doesn't trip your type 2 brain, the second type of your brain that's actually going to make you research to figure out if you can trust that. So if you have a really nice looking logo, a clean looking logo, it's almost like you're allowing other people to say, oh yeah, we should trust these guys. Which makes a lot more sense talking to a designer, not just getting somebody on 99 Designs just to whip up a logo somewhere else in the world.
Exactly. You have the nice relationship built. It's good.
So how do you do it?
Well, I did reference in our other video, which you can see here, that my 4 guidelines were simplicity, subtlety, color, and contrast. Those are my big 4 pillars that I try to follow. Simplicity.
And you can see some of the, yeah.
I brought it down to 3 colors, not too much. Subtlety. There's a little subtle similarities between the logo and, the kind of highlighted object in the poster. Color, obviously, you can use it both ways. You can apply color or you can take away color. And contrast. Contrast is the biggest thing. That's how things stand out, like the yellow popping against the red background.
And all the other posters have the same type of contrast.
Type of scheme, yeah.
Too cool. So, anything else on design, Eddie? He says he doesn't get it, but it's the traditional creative saying, no, I don't know what I do. Every day I create something. So talk to him, have a coffee with him, come by, grab a poster.
That's it. I was just gonna say, it is creating something. It is creating something daily. Challenge yourself daily, on a daily basis, to come up with something. Not just innovate something, but just come up with something.
Cool. Hey, thanks for being on today.
Hey, no problem. You're welcome.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Peace
be the journey. I get to do this now in front of.